Okay, so we have an activity light. Let's go and check out that. So our activity light dictates our assignments, and as you can see here, I can immediately see for my class where a student has handed the work in. So I'm going to click on the link itself, and Ella has been very good and handed her work back in really early. So remember, still in the OneNote class notebook. Okay, and we can see the work, so we have a quick review, that's fine. Over on the right hand side we see the quick grader. So the quick grader allows us to give feedback and also allows us to score the work. So as we go down to here, we can enter some feedback. As you can see, we've now entered some feedback. I've also added a comment in there which we would like Ella to do, so I'm going to just choose the highlighter just so that stands out, and we can make sure that that is seen by the student. Down here we have an attachment clip, so we can add actually some video feedback if maybe we want to feedback that way. We can attach maybe an existing document for future reference, or actually maybe create a new document or whiteboard to share some further thoughts on that. I'm going to give her a nice score here, and we are going to return that assignment to her with the feedback and with the point score. So on a standard device, of course, then that's the process sent back to the student. Of course, if you're using a device which has digital inking, so for example a Surface device with your pen, then of course by using OneNote within Teams, then we can simply also maybe add some other feedback. So simply now being able to annotate over the student work. So you can now see obviously another advantage of using OneNote class notebook for your homework tasks, and obviously students who are using it to make notes and for you to publish documents, and keeping it all within the class notebook means that you as the teacher will get the best out of using that process. Anyway, let's close that down, and we have now sent that back to the student. If we now go to Teams, we now go to Grades. There we go. We can now see that we are beginning to create the first part of our gradebook. The gradebook will go and span across all of the assignments as you go through the academic year, and it will build up a picture of the student performance. You can export that to Excel. So again, you may want to export that and do some further analysis on the data using Excel. And lastly, in Teams, it will also transfer, when we have enough data, to Insights. Now Insights will give you a deeper dive into the student use and reports on the digital footprint of what the student does in your class throughout the year. So we have grades, we have insights, we also have the reflect button. Now remember, we asked the reflect or the student to do a reflect check-in. So here we can see the results of that. So by going to check-ins, you can see my class, and I can pick out the students who may well be having an issue with the assessment that I have created, and that could well be an intervention that I might want to make to see what may be troubling them. So finally, last part of this journey is to go back as the student. I can go back to the assignment and I can see that the teacher has given me feedback and the mark as well. So if I now go to my class team, I go to grades. There we go. You can see, or I can see as the student, my grade or my history of grades as I go through the academic year. So that now brings the process to an end, where we have created our content there in the class notebook for the team. We have used Team's assignment to assign the class notebook page to every student so they have a copy that they can edit. They have turned it in, you have marked it, and we have started to build the gradebook. The student has had that work turned back to them and can see their grades as well as they progress throughout the year. So continue to enjoy using Microsoft Teams and using that workflow to get a standardized marking workflow going, which meets the needs of your senior leaders, staff and students as well.